a few days ago, I started the conversation about digital products, right? And I gave you some tips about the different types of digital products and that kind of thing. And then I went so far as to ask in my group, Dynamic Business Strategists. If you're not there, that is where you need to be. I went so far as to ask in my group, what is the biggest challenge that you have with creating your digital products? And I got a mixed answers, right? So I want to just tackle some of those answers this afternoon. So for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, who are new to the group or new to the page, I am Adanna Austin. I am your business coach and consultant, and I work with high-end entrepreneurs who are serious about defining their goals, identifying their ideal clients, and developing these strategies to grow their business and grow their revenue. So that's what I do. I help you come up with the ideas. I help you to fine tune what you want to be known as and what you want to be known for, as well as who you want to serve, so that you can increase your revenue. And one of the things that I really encourage my clients to do as their business grows, right, not off the bat, but as their business grows, or to add if they are interested in creating another stream of income or creating a passive stream of income, is to create digital products. Right? A digital product is anything that you can sell online, anything that you can sell digitally to your audience. It's not a physical product. It's on something that is online, right? And I really think that every business can develop a digital product, right? You just have to figure out what is that going to look like and what is that going to feel like for your audience. And it's going to be different for everybody based on the type of audience that you have, as well as the challenges that your audience has. So as I said on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, right? I know the knee-jerk reaction is to create an ebook, but your audience may not be interested in reading an ebook. They may be interested in a membership site. They may be interested in templates. They may be interested in video training. They may be interested in audio training. You have to really know your ideal clients, number one, as well as know the challenges that they are experiencing, so that you can create something that is going to be meaningful to them. Right? And we spoke about the benefits of creating digital products, which allows you to stop exchanging time for money. It allows you to serve more people at one time, as opposed to serving one, right? It allows you to serve more people at one time, and your digital product can live on for years, right? So 6 months from now, 10 months from now, you should still be making money from your digital products once it is set up right and once it is marketed right. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today, the main thing that I wanted to talk about today, coming out of that question that I asked in DBS, was when I asked, what is the hardest thing about creating a digital product? So the thing that really jumped out at me, because everybody had different answers, obviously, right? And if you have any questions about digital products, please put them in the comments so that I can answer them as I go along. Let me know in the comments what your own challenges are, so that I can address those challenges as we go forth, right? One of the big things that a lot of people said was they don't know what to share, right? So their content, they don't know what to charge, right? If people will pay for it, and they don't even know what to create. They don't know how to create something that is unique for their market, right? And the thing is, guys, no matter what type of digital product that you want to create, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a membership site, a subscription site, whether it's website templates, photography templates, whether it's video training, the one thing that I want you to remember in creating your digital products is that you have to do market research. You have to do market research. And you see, in doing the market research, all of those questions that you have, all of those challenges that you feel that you have, not that you feel, but all those challenges that you have in creating the digital product will be answered, right? When you are thinking about what should I say in the digital product, the market research should answer that question. When you're asking yourself, how much should I charge for this digital product, the market research will answer that question, right? When you're asking yourself, how am I going to make this unique? The market research will answer that question. And when I say market research, what do I actually mean, guys, right? It means many different things to different people. You want to spend some time looking at people who have already done what you have done. Right? You want to look at what they have already done, not to compare yourself and not to go and reinvent what they have done, but to understand what the market needs. Because if they have done this and they are successful at it, like let's just say they have a webinar series or they have an ebook that is out and is doing numbers and people are buying it and you're seeing that they're doing numbers, you want to pay attention to what type of information they are sharing in that ebook or what type of information they're sharing in that webinar series, right? And use that as your guide. And then you say to yourself, okay, this information is already out. What else can I add to this conversation? Or can I then share or teach a different perspective to this information that is already out there? Because you don't want to just go and create the exact same thing that somebody else is doing. But in order for you to figure out how you're going to make yourself unique, you have to do the research to find out what is already out there. Right? What is already out there, and then how can I add to this conversation, or how can I then teach a different perspective, right? Because everybody might not want to follow the way this one person is doing it. How can I teach a different perspective? How can I show or maybe teach people a shortcut? How can I teach people to change their mindset about something? How can I teach people to enjoy something in a different way? How can I teach people to prepare something in a different way? How can I make my ideal clients' lives better? Right? So the market research means, yes, go in and look at what people have done who are successful at it already, as well as your market research you have to also engage with the audience, because it's your audience that you want to buy it, right? The people who are already following you on social media, the people on your email list, the people who are following your blog, the people who are on your YouTube channel, the people who are in your WhatsApp, those are the people that you want to buy the digital product, right? So ask them, tell them, guys, I have this in mind, I want to do this. Right? You're not giving away everything. I want to do this. Would you be interested? Would you be interested? And if they say yes, 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 then ask another question. Ask a follow-up question. So, okay, so many of you said, 20 of you said that you were interested. Would you be interested in it would you prefer it as an ebook, or would you prefer it as an email training? And then get feedback. And then you could even ask them questions like, so what aspect of this do you have the most challenge in? Get feedback from your audience. And you're not just doing that on social media. You're doing that in the DMs. This is if people, these are people you're already having conversations with, right? You do that in your DMs, you do that in your WhatsApp, you do that in your email, and you put it out on your social media. Right? You reach out to people. Guys, you have to do the market research. Too many of you are just sitting behind your phones or sitting behind your computers and hoping that things work out, hoping that people say yes to the products or services that you're putting out, hoping that people jump on board. But part of growing your business means that you have to engage with the people who you have identified as your ideal clients. That engagement is going to give you so much information. That engagement is going to help you to create the content. It's going to help you to decide what type of digital product you want to create. It's going to help you to decide what price you want to charge for your digital product, and it's also going to help you make a decision about what strategy you are going to use when it's time to market that digital product. Right? The market research part is the part that so many of you overlook, so many entrepreneurs overlook. So they decide, I am going to do a digital product, it's time for me to do a digital product, and they immediately say, let me go to Canva and start to create this ebook, when your audience might not even want an ebook. They might not want an ebook, or they may not even be interested in the topic that you think that you want to share. Guys, spend a week. It doesn't have to take long. That's the next thing, right? It does not have to take long. You can spend a week, spend 3 days just doing research. doing research, asking your present clients, asking your past clients, and asking your potential clients for their thoughts and feelings. The thing is, especially if it's the first time you're doing a digital product, right? You want to do that market research so that you are on the right track. The truth is that as you start to do this more often, as you start to engage with your audience more often, and you start to get feedback from them more often, creating the second digital product and the third digital product and the fourth digital product is going to be much easier, because then you have a better sense of what they require, what their challenges are, and how they want this thing delivered to them. Because the feedback that you get is going to give you so much information, so you can decide, if my audience says that these 3 things are what they have a challenge with, if you have gotten responses from 20 people, and everybody has given, not everybody, but a few people have given you different ideas, look at the one that has the highest % of people complaining about, and create that one first, and then create the second one, and then create the first one, and then create the third one, right, guys? But that market research part of creating a digital product, you cannot not to do it. You have to do the market research in order for you to be able to create something that makes sense, because it makes no sense for you to spend weeks and months, even in some instances, creating a product, creating an offering, and then nobody buys from you, right? You get absolute crickets because you did not take the time to do the market research. And then on top of which is another conversation, then you're not even taking the time to market it properly. So you spent hours creating it, you went into Canva, you created something beautiful, and then you drop it on your website, or you drop it on your social media and you talk about it once. And then you're like, I don't know, but nobody is buying it. Nobody is buying it because, number one, you didn't do the market research, and number two, you're not marketing it properly, right? Because it's not about build it and they will come. We all know that strategy does not work. Build it and they will come does not work. So we're not utilizing that strategy, right, guys? We know that is not the way to go. So we are not doing that. But once you have decided to create a digital product, right? We are in the last week of May, right? Guys, spend the next 7 days, and yes, you utilize your weekends, spend the next 7 days doing market research. If you want to create a survey, do that as well. Make it short, 5 questions, right? And that market research as well is going to help you to create a waiting list of people who would be ready to buy the digital product that you're about to create, because you get a better sense of how many people will be excited for this thing that you're creating, right? So it's a great way to create a waiting list of people. Guys, does that make sense? Tell me in the comments if that makes sense. Tell me in the comments if it's making complete sense, and tell me in the comments if you are ready to buy to start, I should say, your digital products. Yeah, you want to start your digital products. Right now is the best time, because we're in a pandemic, unfortunately, but it's the best time for you to really take advantage of the situation, and don't feel like, oh my god, because everything is shut down and the world has changed, that I cannot operate. You need to then start to think to yourself, how can I operate differently so that I am still serving my audience, but I'm serving more of my audience in a very dynamic way, in a very, very valuable way. And even when you do create that digital product, your market research continues. You can do the research, get the feedback, create the digital product, and then do beta testers. Let people test it out and tell you if it is really answering all the questions that they need answered, so that you can tweak it if you need to add extra elements, take out elements, and that kind of thing. You cannot be an entrepreneur and be afraid to get feedback. Right? Because feedback helps you save face. Feedback is the difference between really excelling and failure. You need to get feedback from your ideal clients so that you know how to make this thing so much better and so much valuable for them, right? So that is what I want you to remember.